Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. This is your outlook for the weekend, December 21st and December 22nd, 2013. And today is the official start of winter, although it's been pretty much winter around here for most of our coverage area here since about the second week in December here. But we've had a little break this weekend here as we're going to get temperatures on the mild side, in fact, to way above normal temperatures this weekend, especially on Sunday in here. And you can see these isobars pointed in this direction here. That's telling me that the winds are going to be out of the southwest and relatively stiff winds coming across the surface here. Now, one thing we're going to have today on Saturday, much like we had on Friday, is you're going to have some inversions aloft here, and what an inversion is. This is what we posted on the Facebook page yesterday. An inversion is winds that are coming out of the southwest, but they're hitting some of these mountain regions. So you'll actually have temperatures at places like the higher elevations here, like Mount Pocono, for example, is the example we used yesterday. At one point, temperatures were in the 50s at Mount Pocono, while in the Lehigh Valley, temperatures were stuck in the 30s. So and that's because you have you basically warm air overriding cold air at the surface. The cold air is locked in because of the snow cover that's on the ground, and it creates an inversion layer between the two and keeps it colder. Much colder than it is up in elevation. So it's kind of backwards a little bit, but this will happen this time of year when you get into with a snowpack on the ground and then some warm air trying to get in from the mid levels, and that's what's going to end up happening here. You have low pressure sitting out here, so the flow is going to be ahead of this front here. There's actually a frontal boundary associated with it, and the flow is going to be out of the southwest, out ahead of it, and pretty strong southwesterly flow. So you'll have that occur again. We think on Saturday. As we get into Sunday, though, it's going to be a little bit of a different story. I do want to get into the future radar here. This is off the NAM in here, and this is for Saturday morning at 6 a.m. I want you to take notice of where the showers are here. They're mostly concentrated across northern areas, very light and very spotty. Not a big deal until you get to late in the afternoon. The NAM high res is suggesting that northeast PA and out towards Williamsport State College, places like that, are going to get into some more concentrated rainfall. But the rest of the coverage area is pretty much high and dry. Not too much going on except for maybe some spotty showers here as you move through the evening hours, and not really too big of a deal on Saturday. It's not until Sunday, we think, that you get into more concentrated rainfall, and that's shown right about here. So you see the concentrated rainfall coming across our coverage area here Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and kind of sticking around here into the overnight hours Sunday night before it finally moves out early Monday morning, we think. Let's go back to the GFS now, and here's a look at Sunday, and this is actually Sunday morning. You can see the bigger area of low pressure that's sitting out here over the Ohio Valley. It's sitting right here. It's going to track right over Lake Erie and kind of go up in this direction here and intensify a little bit more than it is shown here at that time. And once this one moves through, it has an associated cold front with it. That cold front's going to push through to the east as well. It's going to take its time doing so. It's not going to happen until Monday morning when that finally pushes through. But in the meantime, you'll get some shower activity here. And this is showing this straight through like we should have shown in the NAM high res, through the afternoon hours and evening hours on Sunday right into Monday morning before it finally moves out. Now I want to take notice to something here on the GFS. The GFS has been messing around here with like kind of an inverted trough, and this has done this the last couple runs here. See this little strip of light snow here? This is actually an inverted trough that's attached to this low pressure. So it's just showing this little bit of light snow. This would actually be Christmas Eve if this did happen, but very highly doubtful of this situation. But I would say it's not. Never say it's impossible to get any snow on Christmas Eve, and we gave that about probably about a less than 5% chance all week. A couple models are playing around that idea that you might have a few flakes. I would not be surprised to see some snow flurries on Christmas Eve, but I don't think we're going to get into a white Christmas or an accumulating snowfall situation. So don't get your hopes up, but I did want to show you the GFS is playing around and toying with that idea that we get into that. But after that point, we stay on the cold side and actually, near normal temperatures as we head into towards the end of the week. And but we're staying dry this entire time, and then you have a weak disturbance that'll come through probably towards the end of the week here, but it won't amount to much, if anything at all. We'll take a look at that as we get a little bit closer throughout the week next week, but we do think that we're going to flip into a more sustained cold and eventually snowier pattern as we head straight through the month of January, at least for the first 2 weeks of January. And Mike DeFino has that daily long-range outlook that he has posted that he does Monday through Friday that has alluded to that and committed to us to a colder look for the month of January as well. So if you do have a chance, check that out. It's on the link is on the front page under Mike DeFino's long-range outlooks. In the meantime, have a great weekend. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and that is your outlook for December 21st and 22nd, 2013. Have a great weekend.